Welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And this is my favorite vehicle in Hyundai's lineup. Yeah, it's pretty up there. What is it, Charlotte?
It's the 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz Preferred with Trend today.
But this one's a little bit different. It's got a little bit more spice going on if you couldn't tell already.
A little bit more customization, color it your way, accessorize it your way. Yeah.
And the base of today's video is, number one, we're going to give you a full and complete walkthrough. So we're going to talk about all the features that are available in the Hyundai Santa Cruz, more specifically the Canadian version, because that's where we are based. So some of our equipment may vary depending on where you are. But we're also going to talk about what was done to this vehicle, because it is a little bit different, like I mentioned, and how it doesn't matter what trim level of the Santa Cruz you're going to get. It's kind of a do-it-all vehicle.
Absolutely.
And it's got, what does it have? The best of both worlds, I guess you could say?
I'd say that it's perfect for urban adventures, but also for that off-road capability that you may need.
It's everything you need in a truck, except you don't have to actually have a full-size truck that guzzles gas, puts a big dent in your wallet, and is hard to park. So it's perfect, really.
Absolutely. So in today's video, we're going to give you a full and complete walkthrough of the exterior and interior, and I think we should probably just get right into it.
Absolutely. Let's go. All right, so starting off with the exterior of this vehicle and the mechanics of it, like I said, I love it. This paint color, it's our almost California sand type color, and it is designed in California, so it makes sense. It's made for adventure, it's made for fun, it's made for being outside. This vehicle is standard with all-wheel drive here in Canada, and something we also get is the inclusion of terrain modes. So this vehicle is equipped with all-wheel drive, like I mentioned, but we also get snow, mud, and sand mode. So no matter what you're doing, this vehicle has the proper all-wheel drive system for it. Looking at the front end of the vehicle, it's off right now, and you can see there's a lot of intricate designs going on in this grille. We have a dark chrome finish, which of course shiny, beautiful, but it's not tacky in a way that maybe the 944's wheels over there. So something a little bit more modern, a little bit more young, a little bit more fresh. I personally love it, but what really makes this grille shine is when you actually turn on the car, because if you pay attention to these bars right over here, they actually become lights. So those are your daytime running lights. They are LEDs on this model. Let's get it on. There we go. Everything on, Charlotte?
So it really does shine.
It truly does
with
shine.
Integrated DRLs.
The way it's built into the vehicle, so seamless. You can tell if a Santa Cruz or a Tucson is coming from quite a ways away. Now I will say, if you're looking at a 2025 model, the grille shape is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a bit more rectangular, if that makes sense. So right now, it kind of reminds me of angel wings, the way it's kind of, tapered off, but we'll get something that's a little bit more, I want to say robust looking, a little bit more truck-like, which is good to see. The headlights on this model are halogen bulbs, or halogen bulbs, however you want to say it. So you do get a little bit of light emitted off of it, or heat, of course there's light, which means in the winter, snow and ice will slowly melt off, which is quite nice. If you do go up a trim level to the Ultimate, that's where you'll get a full LED headlight system, which a lot of our viewers are after. So we mentioned the grille's look, we mentioned the light integration. Let's talk about something else. So this is the Preferred with Trend package, meaning we get a couple extra safety functions that we just don't get in the straight Preferred, like this radar sensor right down here. So this vehicle is going to be equipped with smart cruise control, meaning this vehicle will not only slow itself down, but it'll actually come to a complete halt if you enter stop-and-go traffic. It's also going to always maintain a safe distance from the car ahead of you if you do have your cruise control on while driving. That's a big part. We also get advanced forward collision avoidance assist. So as I'm driving my vehicle, if the car ahead of me slams on the brakes, someone cuts you off, or there's just a risk of a collision, whether it be with a pedestrian, car, or cyclist, my vehicle will react to it, taking me to a stop, avoiding a collision if feasible. Another thing it'll do, it's also going to work in junctions. So if you're making a left at a busy intersection, the car will handle the rest, which is really nice to have. As far as design goes for the rest of it, we do get a little bit of black plastic molding, nice skid plate on the bottom, and a little bit more chrome at the very bottom too. So very, very nice to look at. There's a lot going on with the Santa Cruz, especially in the front, but when we get into the back, that's where the party happens. I will pop the hood before we talk about the engine and powertrain.
And if you guys are liking what you see when it comes to the Santa Cruz, we actually are a real dealership. Myself and Gabi are here at Brantford Kia, but we have Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai as a part of our dealer group. So if you want to get into a Santa Cruz of your own, we can help you out with that. And we've got our link in our description below.
So I'm glad Charlotte mentioned we are a real dealership. So just because we're a real dealership doesn't mean we're completely biased and we love everything about the Santa Cruz. If there's one thing I can think of, especially right now, that I think this vehicle could improve on, I would love to see a hydraulic lift for the hood, but Nonetheless, the powertrain is what really matters. It's a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with 281 horse and 311 pound-feet of torque. You also get an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, making this vehicle a really sporty and engaging drive. It's not a boring truck. It's fun. It's honestly something that you can sit inside, be comfortable in, but you can also hop out, carry all your stuff with you, and do whatever you need to do, and you don't have to park a huge vehicle while doing it. So if you live in the city, need something that's a little bit more versatile, great vehicle. Wheels are different. So these are not the standard wheels that you'll get from factory. They're still 18 inches, but we got fuel wheels. And when it comes to our tires, we also changed those. So these are Toyo tires, all-terrain. So no pavement princess. We both got our 4x4s on, and we're ready for anything life throws at us. When it comes to the actual wheel well, we do have a bit of plastic, which again, nice for Canada because scraping snow, ice, whatever it may be, kicking up off your wheels, it's not going to be your actual paint. So a little bit nicer, also gives that rugged look. And if you take a little closer look, you'll see we have an integrated Santa Cruz. Charlotte, come on in. I can tell Charlotte's zoning out. Are the comments okay so far?
We're working on it.
Zoran?
No, he's not on.
Oh, that's sad. When it comes to our mirrors, they're body color with a little bit of black, and we do have a turn signal indicator. Your door handles, did I say door handles when I went at the mirrors? I forget. I meant mirrors anyway. When it comes to our door handles, body color again, and we have our keyless entry, or I should say proximity key entry. Essentially, as long as the key is somewhere on you, you walk up to your car, press that, unlocks it, hop in your car, it's a push to start, you never have to touch your key, which I really do like. Up here, there's some stuff going on.
What is it?
What is it? So, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this vehicle actually has 6 wheels.
No way.
Only 4 of them are on the ground.
Whoa.
So, we got an additional spare up there. I will not be showing you guys it for purposes. But we also have our, obviously, crossbars, roof rack. So whatever you want to do with your vehicle, it is super customizable. There's a ton of accessories for the Santa Cruz. It's actually one of our most configurable vehicles in the Hyundai lineup. So there's so much you can do with it. You can also tow 5,000 pounds with this bad boy.
What?
So whatever life throws at you, Santa Cruz can take it, as long as it's not more than 5,000 pounds. So there is a limit, okay? Now the back, this is where the party is, and this is where the mullet comes into play. Business in the front, sleek SUV styling, the refinement of your family SUV, or Tucson if you will. But back here, they just don't make other cars like this. Honda Ridgeline's not around anymore. So back here we do have this underfloor storage, and this is all standard, by the way. So although this isn't the base trim, if you were to look at the entry-level trim, you're still gonna get this. It's a composite bed liner, so very easy to wash, very durable. If you throw tools in here, you can rinse it out after. It's completely watertight. If you take a look at the very sides, we do have extra storage. This is gonna be your watertight storage if you ever need to put something in there. It's not huge, but I mean, you can also just take it out of the truck entirely. And then on the right side, I'm gonna move over, Charlotte, sorry.
We'll switch. Reverse, reverse.
On the right side, this is where things get a little bit more fun. We actually have a socket right over here. Inverter, so a household outlet, and that is, again, watertight. So there is the electronics back here, but they will be safe. For your tonneau cover, it's integrated, so it comes from factory with this tonneau cover. It's retractable and slides neatly into the canister, which I'll show in a second.
Evicted.
Evicted. This too. I always get nervous filming the Santa Cruz that I'm gonna fall.
Well, isn't it nice that we have some integrated steps?
Yeah, they hold 440 pounds each step.
Nice.
I made it up here. Okay, so tonneau cover, retractable, like I said. Essentially, you're gonna pull the Hyundai lever, which might be easier. Should I show it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna push the Hyundai lever. Wow. Rest in peace, headphone users.
The magic of the Santa Cruz.
So you can see it goes right into that canister there. You also have this to help you pull it back out, so you don't have to hop in. And then we have a sliding tie point. So it's a cleat and rail system. You can stop it wherever. And it's really nice because it's completely customizable. Whatever you're putting in here, you have something that you can use. You don't have to use the standard D-rings, but they're there too. So you get 4 D-rings in each corner. Sorry, the mats are here. Yeah, check that out. When it comes to lighting back here, they're off right now, but they are LEDs. So Charlotte will show you the button for that when we hop inside, but yeah, lots of space back here.
Can I turn them on?
Yeah, maybe. I took the Santa Cruz to the movie theater last year, one of our ones from Brantford Hyundai. Oh, there's our lights. And it was nice being able to go to the drive-through, or drive-in, I should say, in the back, because something I can't do in my Forte. All right, so LED lights back here, and again, everything I've talked about that's been in the bed of this truck has been standard. So these are usually features that you probably have to pay a premium for if you're looking at, let's say, a domestic OEM, or obviously a more expensive truck in general in that case. I know for our customers in the States, usually, Charlotte, you mentioned that there is, there's no integrated tonneau cover, right?
Yeah, so for a lot of people in the States, some of the more standard features that we get, for example, like Gabby said, the integrated tonneau cover, generally that is purchased through the Adventure type package. Of course, I'm not an expert on that because we're based in Canada, but I do like that we get all of this standard in Canada.
Yeah. You can also drop the bed down a little bit or customize the bed if you, not the bed, the tailgate. It's also a soft open too, so see it slow down, nothing too crazy, no harsh movements, nothing that's gonna scare you. And like I said earlier, there is this hidden storage compartment. Lift it up. It has a drain pipe or drain plug too, so if you go for a little picnic, you can fill it up with ice, maybe put like an edible arrangement, some beveraginos. You know, nice and chilled. I was talking to Charlotte earlier, and I often cross-shop cars just to see what's out there. And I was looking at the Mercedes Maybach, and that has a champagne cooler in it. You know how much room this one has over the Mercedes?
And it's like a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a better deal, but facts don't lie. Okay, let's close this up. And let's take a look inside, shall we?
Absolutely. You can see more of that fun custom badging on the exterior. I love all the orange detailing. So that is custom. It does not come with this cover or with this color. So if you're like, wow, I hate that, don't worry. If you love it, you can do it yourself. But let's take a look on the interior. Now the interior is going to be changed for 2025. So I'll talk about a little bit about some of those changes. But first things first, we're carrying more of that orange in. And again, this just shows one of the little ways so you're able to customize your Santa Cruz to what it is that you want.
So none of this is from the factory? This is all Brantford Hyundai?
Yeah, the orange is not from the factory.
Ooh.
But the orange ambient lighting is. That's right, we've got ambient lighting. I'll have Gabby just show the door so you can see that we do have our mirror controls. They are electronically controlled, and then we have express windows for the driver, passenger, and just regular automatic windows with your child lock. Down below, we still have cup holders, and in the Preferred with Trend, we do have a Bose premium sound system. So down one trim, just the Preferred, you're gonna have a standard with 6 speakers. For the Bose, you actually get Bose, with 8 speakers, and the location is you have 4 in the rear, obviously 2 on the door, 2 up above, 2 on the rear door, and then 2 behind the rear seats as well. And the nice thing about this sound system, of course, is you can configure it in your settings to add more bass or treble too. I'm scared at your reaction, Gabby, from some of the comments.
No.
I know Zoran's on now. So.
Zoran asked if this could be converted to a Monster Jam style lift.
Oh, I would really love to see it. Go up against Gravedigger and Northern Nightmare.
Well, if we get enough comments, maybe we can
do a video on that. You have to like this video, and you have to watch it with ads twice. When it comes to our seats, we do have a Leatherette Seating in this vehicle, and you can also see that it is power adjustable, 8-way power adjustable, and that's going to include lumbar support too. Gabby talked about some of the controls for the lighting in the bed, and you can see we do have a button here when it's orange, like
Jellyfish
our fun interior.
Lancer.
Yeah, there you go. You also have traction control and brightness adjuster, but I will have Gabby come around.
Sure thing. All right, maybe I'll go around the back because we didn't really see it with the tailgate closed. So, Santa Cruz, you'll never forget what you're driving. I guess if you never walk around the back. Teddy. And inside.
Hello.
Got asked about memory seats. Do we get them?
We don't have memory seats, no.
No. Okay.
Do you want to show what the passenger seating controls are like, though?
Yeah, for sure. They're manual.
Yeah, there ain't much, but you can do it. But this is the interior of the Santa Cruz. I love this song. So good, copyright. But you get to hear that Bose premium sound system in action for all of 2 seconds.
That was so good.
So good. All right, let's talk about what we have going on for our instrument cluster. We have a 4.2-inch screen in the center, and from there you can flick through lots of different items, such as show your power distribution, your drive info, which I personally love, navigation, tire pressure, and then, like I said, power distribution for all-wheel drive. And I really actually like how in this vehicle we do have analog tachometer and speedometer. I think it adds to the overall adventure feel, and instead of doing something that is completely digital. So I just actually like how it looks, even though I know some people really like the digital dash. I like the functionality, and I like the just general design of it. Your steering wheel, it is leather wrapped. You have additional spokes, so additional comfort points for you to rest your hands on long drives. And this is also going to be heated, so you know it's going to be comfortable. Behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters. So we've got that dual clutch in this vehicle, which is such a fun transmission to have. And you're able to do manual shifts with your paddle shifters. So again, tons of fun. Media controls, driving controls on the steering wheel too, everything like that. When it comes to our infotainment screen, outside, there we go. We are operating with older software because this is 2024. For 2025, we will have the new CCNC software, which is going to have the inclusion of a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but we do not have the option for this model year, the 2024. So old software, wired CarPlay, but you still have great features like quiet mode. So if you have kids and you put that on, it actually will dampen the speakers in the rear. That way, if you have anyone snoozing back there, it'll be nice and quiet, but you can still enjoy your music. So again, great to see. So if you want to dampen that Bose premium sound system, paid good money for it, but kids don't care. Radio media setup. I also will show you the fact that we do have ambient lighting in this vehicle too. Lights, ambient lighting, and I think I want to make it, oh, I went to the wrong thing. Huh. I have set it set to orange to match some of the other accents, but you can have a purple for some contrast, and again, super fun feature to have. I think it makes it seem a little bit more tech savvy, even though this is more of an adventure vehicle. Now, my one beef that I do have with this whole setup is, you guys can probably guess, you can take a look at what it's framed in on. It's framed in on complete piano black, so it is a real fingerprint magnet. Usually keep a little microfiber cloth or glasses cleaning cloth to wipe everything down if fingerprints bother you. We're not seeing this carried over into 2025. Thank goodness, we're actually seeing more real buttons, real dials, and less piano black. But we still do have all of our media controls and our climate controls, and the nice thing with our climate, we do have dual zone climate control, so I can set my climate, Gabby can set hers, and we can both be comfortable. Front and rear defrost, rear diffuse, recirculated air, air conditioning, all of that is still going to come standard. And then down below, big spot to rest your phone, USB for connectivity, 12 volt, another USB for fast charging. Leather top gear shift, so you can also knock that into manual mode, so different ways that you can shift in your automatic vehicle or manually shift. And also we have the inclusion of drive modes and terrain modes. So for drive modes, we have normal, sport, and smart. Each of them is going to change how the powertrain responds to your situation. Smart is going to cycle between normal and sport. I glitched out there. To give you the most, to give you the drive that makes the most sense depending on your habits. Sport, a little bit more of an increased throttle response. And terrain modes, we have snow, mud, and sand, depending on the weather that you get yourself into. It's going to work with your power distribution, your traction control to reduce wheel spin. Unless, of course, you are stuck in sand, then it's going to keep those wheels spinning. Because if you've been stuck in sand, if you know that your wheels stop, you're not going anywhere. You got to keep them moving.
We're getting a couple of comments just about responding to comments. So we typically do that at the end of the video.
That must mean we have some new people on. Woohoo!
No, no.
Oh. Never mind.
Not too much that I see right now.
I was excited for a bit, but it's fine.
Yeah.
If I didn't mention it, we do have heated seats for the front two, so driver and passenger, and then also your heated steering wheel. We've got auto hold, your electronic parking brake, and also your rear view camera with dynamic guidelines. It also pulls up your navigation, and so these guidelines, of course, will change as you are putting the vehicle into reverse. If you've got a hitch on this bad boy to tow 5,000 pounds, woohoo, you can use this camera and this viewpoint to line everything up, which I find incredibly handy. Center console, not too much going on here. Decent size, so I will say. Good amount of space, could definitely put an umbrella, water bottle in there. And up top, if you missed it, because of our dark headliner and our cargo basket, we do have a sunroof and it can open, despite the fact that we have our cross rails up.
I love looking at the sky.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Scenery. Gorgeous. We also have Blue Link, which is Hyundai's telematics system in this vehicle too, and some LED interior lights.
And this is just a sticker that we can take off.
Yeah.
I can't get it right now.
Oh, do you want me to get it? I'll see if I can start it. Guys, I know this is what you really watch these videos for.
I think this is the spot, the weak spot. Oh,
Here, meet in the middle.
wait.
Painful. Oh, all right. Should we hop into the back seat?
Sure.
Now, this video did show a lot of different ways where you're able to customize the exterior of this vehicle, but I'll talk about one way that you can customize the interior. So both of these compartments are going to have the area for more storage. If you are not a fan of the regular sound configuration, you actually can add a subwoofer, and a lot of people have actually put it in this storage area because when you think about it, most people aren't actually storing stuff under the seats in their normal vehicles, so they feel like they can get away without utilizing it. But I personally love the storage space, but you could definitely put like an 8-inch, 10-inch even sub back here, which would be kind of sweet, not gonna lie. But we'll hop into the back.
Be interesting to sit in that seat then.
I know, can you imagine feeling it?
I did see someone ask about the orange trimming and if they can customize it to whatever color. So this isn't a factory option,
Yeah.
it's just something our dealership did.
Just for fun.
But if you ask nicely, maybe they'll do it in something else.
You ask nicely, yeah.
Another color.
Yeah, or they might even be able to refer you to someone else who can help you out with it if they don't have someone in-house. When it comes to the door handle, the doors back here, I actually really like the look of them. I think that they actually use the right amount of piano black, and so I think that it generally looks good. You got a cup holder, speaker, window controls, everything like that. You have dual USBs here, and then you also have a leather pocket for some privacy. I'm pretty sure this does not, yeah, it doesn't pop down. But you do have your rear window.
Manual.
ASMR. Yeah, it is manual, but it can open for you. No rear air vents back here, which is sad.
Spare kit.
Yeehaw.
One of your 6 tires or
Yeah,
access
so
to.
you got to figure out some other place to put, you got to put that in the bed if you're putting a subwoofer back here. Though.
Yeah.
Just, you know, one thing I will mention is if you're a parent and you're looking at these seats and you're thinking, okay, how do I have a tie down point for a car seat? You do actually have tethers up here at the top. I can actually see if I can show one right there. But you actually can't access that, so these are still completely usable. So no worries about that.
Someone's asking, how's the hump in the middle?
Yeah, so it's all-wheel drive, so we're gonna have a hump.
It's not big.
I actually will say, this configuration feels very comfortable on my back. Like, it's got the right amount of recline. It's not a terrible hump, being completely honest. It would be even more comfortable, of course, if you're not utilizing, you know, heels and wearing flat shoes like a normal person. But super comfortable. It's a pretty wide middle seat too, I'd say. So yeah, probably almost the same width as one of these seats. So generally, still, I find it comfortable.
Just for reference, oh, I don't think Tim's truck is here right now. Yeah, no, it's not. So Tim, you guys all know Mr. Tim. Blue
Tim.
suits, you know, about my height. He drives a Chevrolet Sierra, or Silverado, 2500, so a 3/4 ton truck. Heavy truck, heavy Chevy.
Heavy Chevy.
And it's a diesel. I've borrowed that truck a few times when I was moving, and you know, I'm not the tallest. Getting in and out of that truck, I could do it, but it wasn't exactly easy. Parking that truck, nightmare. I live in a city with street parking. Yeah, parallel parking that, it's not fun. It's a mission.
We drove, do you want to hear a funny story? We drove Tim's truck last week because we were going to go take Gabby's car for tint. And so we drove to get Gabby's car tinted. She's in the car with me. We get there and she goes, I forgot to bring my car. We drove there together and neither of us were like, where's your car?
We thought, we're driving together. Something's
We're
wrong.
dropping off her car.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, we didn't bring her car.
But anyway, what I was saying, something like, for what I use a truck for is usually just moving stuff. And I never move anything that big where I really need a heavy duty truck or a van for that matter. This is perfect. This is so perfect.
Personally, I don't haul anything that a Ford Connect can't fit.
So true.
It's my father-in-law's vehicle. Sweet ride.
And if you guys didn't know already, the Kia Soul is actually a perfect dupe for this vehicle. You can actually haul anything in a Kia Soul. And if my customer Blair is on right now, he can prove that.
That is so true.
We've had bumpers in Kia Souls.
That's so true. You know what? A Forte can do it. Do you know? I fit sheets of drywall in a Forte. Do you know how many 2x4s you can fit in that bad boy?
Honestly, big trucks are overrated.
Like 20.
I think that's the basis of this video. No one needs a big truck.
You just need a Forte.
Yeah. People buy a truck to do truck things maybe once a year. And
Yeah.
does that outweigh the cost? I don't know. I really don't know. Damn, Gabby lives in downtown Toronto. She's rich. I do not live in Toronto. I don't, Kevin, no. Let's Let's see. We got asked about the 911 in the background. That is a Carrera 4.
Cabriolet.
Gabby, how did you climb in the back with your heels?
With her legs.
4-wheel drive. I had a
4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive. There you go. Just like those AT tires on this bad boy. Yep.
Rugged.
We're equipped for it. Okay. But actually, the amount of entry points, I should say, for the bed, there's a bunch of different options. They all hold up to 440 pounds. So it's not just, I don't know, it doesn't just look like a truck, it acts like one in the sense that it's durable and versatile.
Now, with that being said, this is not meant to replace the full-size truck segment.
Don't tow a horse trailer with it.
Like, we're well aware of that.
Yeah.
But this is good for people who need the capabilities of a bigger vehicle that is able to tow, able to store, while still maintaining, fuel economy, easy to park. So the convenience of the city with the, the ability, I guess, of the country per se.
Blair asks, so how much is this version? The preferred with trend is at $43,599 Canadian. That's the MSRP. And for gas, it actually is rated for 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers combined, which is not bad.
Not
for
bad
a truck
for something like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up. Do you want to look at the recents and I'll look at the past comments?
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Kevin's asking, where's Big Boy Pat? He's on the other side of this wall. I don't know if he's hearing.
Knock on the wall.
Knock.
Let's see. Okay, couple comments. First time we saw Hyundai pickup, so nice. Yeah, they are pretty.
He's so sick of me.
They're one thing I love about the Santa Cruz is how distinct they are. They come in a bunch of funky colors. I did see earlier in the chat someone said sage green gray. There's nothing gray about sage. And that's what I thought too until I saw sage gray. On some lighting, it just looks gray.
Yeah.
Some lighting, you'll see the green. It's weird.
Tinge come through.
Yeah. Do a backflip out the back.
Okay.
That's Thursday's video. We're getting really good at Photoshop. Actually, we didn't Photoshop this thumbnail, so never mind. But yeah.
We missed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need Tim.
Let's see. Can we change the wood door trim to carbon, ladies? Lauren, you can do whatever you set your mind to.
Yeah.
Just not from factory.
Here's a great comment. Carnival is the way to go. I carried 4 4x8 drywall sheets and 2 plywood sheets in a rainstorm. Wow, that's a lot. Convenient that it all fit in with the hatch closed. Awesome. Glad that you're enjoying the Carnival too.
Volvo calls sage green green. It's a nice color. Yeah, I do. That's definitely something that we're getting a lot more of recently. Just greens in cars, and I absolutely love it.
I love it. Like, I'm a big, British racing green girl, too. Like, oh, so good.
British racing green. Deep forest green. Something we had on the EV6 for approximately, 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's discontinued now. And that's our most popular video. That is our highest viewed video.
Oh, what is that?
No talk about the refreshed Santa Cruz. Why? I talked about... I heard it, too.
There was a charger.
Oh.
Eh.
That's disappointing. Just kidding.
Let's see.
Zoran, I did talk a little bit about what you were going to see on the 25, and if you do actually want to go and see what to expect for the 2025, specifically the rugged XRT trim that Canada will be getting, go and look at our linked videos in the description box. It is listed there, but the front grille is going to change, the lower front fascia is going to change. It's going to be a little bit more of a beefier look, a little bit more simplified, less of a graph, more of a vertical stack, I'd say. Interior is going to be completely revamped with new software, real dials, real buttons, and dual 12.3-inch screens.
Let's see. It's called Transit Connect, please.
Oh, yes. We have one on our lot, too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's see. A couple people saying poor Teddy. Well, he's kind of been put to the side.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else you want to say about the Santa Cruz?
Not really.
I love it.
I think it's fun.
It's a car I always smile when I see.
It's different, but sometimes different isn't always scary. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, and it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you in tomorrow's video, guys. Thank you. Ciao. Ciao and bye.
Ciao and bye.